That breaking news here on First at 3, the Douglas County Board of Commissioners voted to delay the opening of the brand new juvenile detention center into next year. The transition was supposed to start in November, but the board was uncomfortable with the plan since the operational capacity of beds is just 52 in the new building. The current population of detained youths right now, 73. Much more on this breaking news story with Brian Mastry coming up at Live at 4.